All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about how masculinity is not dominance, because a lot of people think that if you are masculine, you have to be like some dictator or some tyrant or someone that just bullies. But in actuality, it's someone who's calm in their presence, who's smooth, who can speak properly, who can own who they are, and who can embrace difficulties and hardships with the correct energy to handle situations. It's not somebody who just loses their control, loses their cool when a situation arises. They state their boundary and they state their respect. So a lot of things that happen with me, with clients, they always think like, if I'm a masculine man, I can get my revenge back and bully everybody that rejected me, men and women, but that's not the case. If you are a masculine man, you have to guide, you have to teach, and they have to follow your leadership as a man. And you have to embrace who you are. By embracing who you are, let's just say for an example, a lot of guys, let's just say if, for example, if they want to go on like an expensive date, or like they want to take somebody on an expensive date, and because they think that being a man is just straight up saying like, no, I'm not going to do that, with like aggressive an attitude, that just shows that you're butthurt. Instead of stating a boundary and saying that, listen, we just met, why don't we grab a drink or coffee or something light, and eventually when I get to know you, we could do dinner or something like that. It's called staying a boundary and sticking to it. When you stay a boundary and you stick to it, it's all you are. It's basically take it or leave it. But a lot of guys are afraid to do that route because they don't want to lose her. In order to get her, you have to be willing to lose her. And what do I mean by that? Be willing to lose her, be willing to walk away. And in return, if you win, she will follow your lead. If you don't, you still build a backbone, and then you're not scared to state who you are. So at the end of the day, men, you need to guide yourself into becoming that strong man. You need to mold that person, and that person comes through trials and tribulations of non-stop rejections. Not what is easy, not what is fast, what is quick, not a girl who's just a pick-me or a yes that says yes to everything you want. You need to know how to get into the mode of confrontation. And what I mean by confrontation, not physical, meaning verbal and emotional, that you need to be ready, you need to stand your ground and say how you feel in a respectful manner. And in return, she's going to understand that you are that guy. You are the guy that states his groundedness. You are the guy who's humble, and at the same time, you are the guy that can own who he is. By owning who he is, it is authentically himself. So if you think for a second you're just gonna run around guns blazing like I'm an alpha male, I'm a bully, that is a fake masculine man. That is a wannabe. That is a tryhard who thinks that he needs to beat people down in order to gain leverage, or beat people down in order for them to listen to him. No. A masculine man states his intent, states his clarity within the means of boundaries and respect. And if that person follows, good. If they don't, good still, because you walk away with your confidence and your core as a man held high to obtain your journey. If you like this wisdom for today, like, comment, and subscribe.